What's up, guys? We are back with another video. It's another Monday, so that means more BTS.
Back at it like a bad habit.
It's been a minute. But yeah, we are really excited to do Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I know it's a little bit longer one, so it's going to be a little bit longer video. You know, we go on our deep dives and our TED Talks a lot.
Yep.
So,
extremely highly requested.
Yeah.
Extremely highly requested. And we've actually been kind of putting this one off.
Yeah.
A little bit, just trying to focus on some of the other things.
It's a bigger beast, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I think is like very, very popular and a lot of people want us to react to. And we kind of have like, we try to keep to more like themes week to week.
Yeah.
So we have like weeks where we focus on like lesser known BTS things.
Yeah.
And like maybe more rap focused or live performances and stuff.
Solo performances.
So this week is going to be like our most requested week, basically. Dang. So, you know, we're going to do Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and then we're going to do the ciphers, because those are, between this one and, like, the ciphers, those are probably the ones I've seen the most, especially recently. It's like, everyone's like, when are the fucking cipher reactions coming out? Still waiting on those cipher reactions. You guys love rap. Why haven't you done it yet?
We do love rap.
We do love rap. And
yeah.
we were going to get to it.
We're
we just, you know.
Yeah.
We wanted to see other sides of BTS, too.
Exactly. Before we hop in the video, we have a couple of announcements. We got a couple new Patreon members. We're going to welcome them into the group real quick.
Into the fold.
The community.
The cult. Ziah TV starts a cult? What? Okay, so we have Lynn, support to your patron. Yvette, support to your patron. And Fei Qian, support to your patron. Thank you all so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining. I'm so happy that you are with us on this journey.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing just to like constantly see like more and more people come to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Choose to support us directly, you know, and everything. Like
if anything, it's like, it's kind of like our will to keep going, right? Like no matter what, you guys keep coming in and supporting us, right? And that keeps pushing us to keep going.
Like it's easy to, and like don't get me wrong, like we still appreciate it, but it's easy to support someone with like a like or subscribe and stuff, you know, to like actually like a content creator so much that you're willing to give them money or like subscribe to like a Patreon or buy merch and stuff. That just shows like how much you actually enjoy that content creator. So for us, that means like the world to us.
Yeah,
you know?
and like we're not trying to push anyone to join our Patreon, right? If you don't want to, you can't afford it, please do not. Only do what you're comfortable with.
Make financially smart decisions.
Yeah, make financially.
And so, you know, obviously, like that's all amazing. Here's the updated list really quick before we forget.
Pop into it.
Promise to shout you guys out, so we do. Another thing about that is that like for the people that like can't support us like financially or whatever, like just don't want to, which is totally fine. Like still like hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, sharing with your friends, that still helps out immensely. Like commenting on the video, seeing new subscribers come in. Like we're getting subscribers like crazy.
78% of you aren't subscribed.
Yeah, I think that's
gonna change, but
it's probably gonna change, but like you'll see somewhere.
What the heck?
Here.
Come on, guys. Help us out.
So, you know, like if you're not subscribed, maybe you didn't realize you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed. Make sure to turn on the bell so that way you don't miss the upload or you don't miss, like, when we do community posts. Because if you turn on all notifications on the bell, you get community post updates, which I know a lot of people have been like, oh, I get these and stuff. So, obviously, even though YouTube sometimes messes up on sending people notifications, it's the best way to still hopefully
interact and like be aware of what's going on with the channel. Yeah,
so again, thank you guys so much. Everyone that supports us, everyone that subscribes, joins the Patreon, however you choose to support us. Seriously, can't thank you enough.
Yeah, I do my radio voice.
And let's get into the video.
This coffee needs a kick in.
So troll.
I love his collar.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Ooh, that's a cool setting. I love the choice of lighting.
Yeah.
내 피땀 눈물 내 마지막 춤을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 내 차가운 숨을 다 가져가 내 피땀 눈물 주문. Peaches and cream, sweeter than sweet. Chocolate cheeks and chocolate wings. But 너의 날개는 악마의 걸. 너의 그 sweet 앞엔 비려. Kiss me. 아파도 돼. 어서 날 조여줘. 더 이상 아플 수도 없게. Baby, 취해도 돼. 이제 널 들이켜. 너 risky. 내 피땀.
Ooh, so there's some interesting things going on.
What's going on here, man?
Yeah, like, okay, so initially, I don't know what they're referring to. I don't know if this is a song, one of their songs that is about, like, referring to a relationship, not, like boyfriend, girlfriend necessarily, but just any type of, like, relationship you would have with another individual, or if it's in relation to like music or like another specific topic. I think that we're going to have to hear more from the song to dissect that.
Yeah, so for me, like Blood, Sweat, and Tears, that's effort, right?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, that's why I'm like leaning more towards.
Yeah, it could definitely be their passion for music. It could be a relationship, and you do have to work and put like effort into a relationship. I think it's really cool. I there's something about just how like they present themselves and how like they sound. They're like it just goosebumps.
It has almost an ethereal feel to it. You know, it has a very like angelic, like ethereal, like
angels singing at the top of a mountain.
Feel to it. And like, I do really like this. I think there's a few choice bars. I think especially from. Why am I blanking? Sugar and
RM here. Yeah, this is really awesome what they did back. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not gonna catch it with this. Let me play it and then like I'll pull it up on the screen so that way you have a reference of what I'm talking about. That's like really cool. Is that? I can't grab it. I forgot to grab it because I was just so enthralled. Yeah. But like the idea of like being like, you know, my mind, body, soul, like all those are like yours, but then like that spell that you cast on me to like basically obtain my mind, body, soul punishes me.
Because they don't give like a specific, like not yet at least, they haven't given a specific reason for what it is or like what they're giving their soul to. It creates this whole fucking opportunity of like, this could be a lot of gosh darn things.
Yeah. And I think that's what's really cool is it's left open enough to where, as the listener, you could apply it to anything in your life that like it could be applied to, right? Whether it be a relationship, whether it be your work, your you know, your work life, anything like that.
But it's not open-ended enough where it's still like everything they're saying is relatable and like there. It's like tightly knit, but like kind of left to your own own view of it, right?
Yeah, like
it's so clever. Yeah, oh my gosh.
It is. It's truly genius songwriting. And I love RM's part too because he kind of like he starts to expand on that idea.
Sweeter than sweet, chocolate cheeks and chocolate wings. But 너의 날개는 악마의 걸. 너의 그 sweet 앞엔 비려.
And so that's like really cool because like he's saying like, you know, and I feel like this happens a lot when it comes to the type of situation they're describing, and whether it be a relationship or anything like that, is like there's the good and bad. And so he's describing like the good and bad. It's like yeah, like you have like these chocolate wings, like it's so sweet and like all these things. But there's a bitterness next to your sweet. Like your wings are devil wings, you know what I mean? Like there's like this other side.
Now, I do not see the downside to chocolatey cheeks.
There's absolutely no downside to chocolatey cheeks.
Alright, my wife's gonna be pissed. But no, I completely agree with what you're saying, right? Like Suga set it up and he's like, I'm giving my all to you, and then RM's like, but you know, like there is some downside to what like giving my all to you. Like you have this spell over me.
It comes with a price.
So much control. But yeah, it is. You're taking a lot as well.
Yeah, so I think it's really cool. I think the setup and everything is really cool, and it's open-ended enough without being so open-ended that it keeps you intrigued and wanting to like figure out what's going on later on. So it keeps you listening.
My guess here is this is about music. But
okay, one more thing.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, so before we get into it, if you're enjoying so far, then hit the like button. Yeah. Let's try to get like 2,000 likes on this video. I think that's a reasonable like.
An easy number. Let's
try
to get 25K likes on this video. Okay, let's go. Okay, we got this.
Yeah, I think you're shooting for the moon a little bit. Well, let's start with 2,000. Let's ease them into it. Okay, so 2,000 likes on this video. If you're really enjoying, let's see if we can hit that like goal. Thank you guys so much. Now let's continue. I'm so sorry for pausing again, but I totally forgot that I wanted to visit J-Hope's part 2 because there was a specific line in there.
Okay.
Well, there was like 2 specific lines. So the first one is "Kiss me, it's okay if it hurts, just tighten me so quickly," and like it could be like tighten me like the grasp or everything, and like the hold that like this might have on you.
Yeah.
I like that because it's saying that even though there's like good and bad to this, like you're still embracing it.
Yeah.
You know, like you still like, or maybe it's like you can't not embrace it.
Yeah.
You know, like you're almost like addicted off of like the feeling. So even though there's like the good and bad, you're like, oh, when it's good, it's so good that like I can't give it up, or like I can excuse the bad because it's so good. Just a thought there. But I love this where it's like, baby, it's okay if I get drunk. I'll drunk you deep now. And then he goes in to say like it's a whiskey called you. Yeah, like I thought that was really cool. Like it's very like really clever imagery that they're using to like describe and paint this picture. So I just want to throw that out.
And the way he uses the different like ways to describe it, right? Like Sugar used like the spell or whatever, like infatuation. RM used like the chocolatey wings, right? Like the bitter and sweet. Now J-Hope's bringing it in and being like they're like still going with the same idea, but in a totally different verbiage.
And alcohol is a very good one because like alcohol definitely has its upsides and its downsides. You know, you can get drunk, you love the feeling, but alcohol can also ruin you, destroy things.
Destroy things so quickly.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly. So they're saying more, but it sounds like money.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna mention that because I thought that was like kind of cool.
If that is just how more sounds in Korean,
that's pretty
cool. So brilliant.
It's
because
so
like
funny,
it's such a good double entendre, non-sexual double entendre, without even trying. Also, I love this line right here. My blood, sweat, and tears. My cold breath too. Just take them. Right. So like when you think of cold breath, you think of death.
Yeah, like your last dying breath.
Yeah,
kind of deal.
And like he's giving literally everything, all of his effort, and he's like, take my last breath as well. And kind of going back to what you were saying is like holding on to something, like even though it was bad, like that last like tightening grasp, right? And it's like even as you die, like you're still holding on to it, almost like a grasp and then dying.
Yeah. Fully League of Legends, you know.
But this is so funny. I thought it was really cool.
내가 도망칠 수 없게 꽉 쥐고 나 흔들어줘 내가 정신 못 차리게 Kiss me on the lip 수만의 빛 너란 감옥에 중독되게 네가 아닌 다른 사람 선비지 note 알면서도 삼켜버린 독이듯
Ooh, I like that. So really quick before I jump back into the lyrics, I want to talk about a couple of the visuals. Okay, so first off, let's start with this scene right here, and let me get the image where it shows the background first. This right here,
trippy.
10 out of 10. Cool. That is so cool. I love, and I don't know the reference like. BTS has such a wide knowledge of different references and stuff that they use. Sometimes we know them, sometimes we don't. You know, sometimes they're Korean based. Sometimes it's just like a history based thing or something completely different that we might not be aware of. This like low key actually just reminded me of like Alice in Wonderland when like they're having the Mad Hatter, but I don't think that's what it's referring to. It's just like the first thing that came to my head because of like the colorful swirly like effects that would be like.
This almost looks like
Wonderland, and then like the table with like the dinner with.
This almost looks like a Vincent van Gogh Starry Nights painting, right? But like in like a color pink scale, which is really cool. Earlier they were all posted up as like beginning of the song, right? But I forget the name of the anime, but it's like a vampire butler anime.
Black Butler or something else?
I'm forgetting what it's called. I thought Black Butler was... Oh, I'm thinking Black Blood Brothers. No. But I don't know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, but they're all posted up like that, and I was like, it literally looked like the cover shot of like an anime, and I was like, oh, that's man, cool. That's really cool.
That's really cool. But yeah, like, so I love the visuals here. I love everything that's going on with this because it feels so symbolic, even if I don't get the reference. But it feels like it's so important. I wish I knew so that way it could like impact me more. And
going with the idea of like giving everything until you die, right? It almost has this like heavenly feel.
Almost has like that last meal type of feel.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Like the all white reminiscent of like heaven or like
purity.
Cleansing, like at the afterlife, because you are death. You are death. You are black for death, but then like the afterlife is usually showing people wearing like all white like robes and gowns and stuff. Very typical movie trope. So I think that's cool. I mean, obviously I have black pants too, so it could be life and death type of thing. But again,
super cool.
If you know, like, let us know down below because I don't.
We would like to be informed. Yeah, the
exact reference for there. One other thing that I noticed was so Suga comes back in, right?
Yeah.
And Suga really starts to reinforce what we've been talking about, some things that have been said before, like kiss me on the lips is a secret just between us two.
He's exploring the more negative sides of it.
It's okay, I got this. Yeah, he's exploring the more negative. Exactly. And did I go too far?
Technical difficulties. Yeah, so he's still back a bit.
Yeah, and then... Oh, wait, I want to talk... Kiss me on the lips, secret between us two, deeply poisoned by the jail of you. And then he said that, like, I know there's poison in the Grail, but I drink it anyway. Like, not exact words, but, you know.
Yeah.
And so, again, like, it's, again, talking about, like, that fact that, like... And I feel like we've all been in situations where even if we know something might be toxic for us, something might not be the best for us,
we will still do it because
the pleasure that we get out of it, or like whatever you're getting out of it, like you justify as worth the pain that it might bring.
Hashtag worth.
Hashtag worth. So I think that's like, it's just so cool. It's so cool to dance and play around with that idea, you know, in a musical standpoint, and then present it in so many different ways to where like it can mean different things and be like open-ended enough to where you can apply it to like a relationship, work, anything in your life, you know, cigarettes, smoking, drinking, whatever, like just anything where you would have that back and forth struggle with it. So
it's so easily just reflected on life that it just sticks.
마지막 춤을 더 가져가 내 피땀눈물 나 자꾸 숨을 더 가져가 원해 money
I just had an epiphany. So you know how like they started off right, and they're going through the art gallery, and it's like sculptures, like little miniatures, and then paintings and right. It's very much like their creative art, right? Not them, but like whoever like made the sculptures, but like different. And here they are talking about like giving up to get that right, and like Vincent van Gogh gave up a lot. He went insane, and he didn't even sell a painting. He gave them all away in his lifetime, and then he died. And everyone was like, "Oh, this shit slaps," and they started selling it. Right, and it's so crazy, like that whole idea of like the starving artist and like giving everything, and then like hurting the people around you, and like struggling, and everyone kind of looks down on you, right? And it's like. That's so reflective of like kind of like what they're saying and like what they showed in the beginning. So I really like that.
I just had an epiphany off of your epiphany. Because that was actually perfect.
Double epiphany rainbow.
Ding! So going along with that, you know, there is this motif for artists, and you kind of said it with like the starving artist idea, the concept that like most artists don't truly get the recognition they deserve until they're dead.
They don't.
You know, I think it's easier nowadays because we have things like the internet and stuff, but like historically, SoundCloud rappers, but historically, like most artists and not just like painting artists, but artists in terms of like people who create things. Like that type of artist is what I'm referring to, just FYI. Like historically, they have not got the recognition they deserve until after they like died and stuff, like you're saying with Vincent van Gogh and stuff. That's when like people, especially in the modern day, are like, oh wow, like this stuff was actually amazing. You know, Leonardo da Vinci, all this stuff. And I think
you mean Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, he finally got his
he got his Grammy.
So I think that like this song is really that kind of like solidifies the fact that what they're meaning for it, even though you can take anything you want out of it, I think they meant that on purpose. I think what they're specifically referring to is the life of an artist, the life of like someone who creates.
Yeah, the ode to the passion of artists.
Yeah,
it's like
because it is.
This shit gonna suck, but you might get a.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at us. Like when you think about YouTube, YouTube to most people is a dream job.
Yeah,
it's a dream job to work for yourself essentially, and like make content that you want to make, whether you're a gamer, like anything like that. Have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and also get paid to do it. Right.
Yeah.
So most people consider that a dream job, but with like YouTube, like you have to work extremely hard to even like start getting to the point where it can be like sustainable. You know what I mean? Like YouTube is not like 100% sustainable for both of our incomes right now. And a big part of that is because like since we do music reactions,
all our videos get paid for this, guys.
All of our videos don't get monetized because they're copyrighted because of the music, right? So we have to do things like Patreon and stuff like that. But like it took us like a year to get to this point, right?
Yeah.
And for most people, if they don't truly have a passion about creating, if they don't have a passion about what they're doing, they will quit before they achieve that success.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of like pain and struggle that like we have gone through on our YouTube journey, and so much hard work and effort that we put in for like minimal returns. And especially with YouTube, at the beginning, you will put in so much hard work for nothing back.
Yeah. And like you can look at like Chris Evans, right? Like Chris Evans went to years and years of acting school, right? Did Broadway, and then he didn't really make it big until like he was in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
And like you understand how hard that must have been. And like there was like a couple like hit movies he was in when he was younger. Like I think like Not Your Typical High School Movie, just raunchy. Don't watch it. It's kind of funny, but it's very raunchy. But like like it's just so hard, and like you put so much effort into stuff, and there's only a slight percentage that there's ever going to be anything out of it.
Yeah, and that whole time, like even besides that, like you have people talking in your ear all the time. You have people telling you like you should just give up, like you're not going to succeed. You know what I mean? Like we had quite a few people.
You have that many subscribers? That's like a common one to get.
We get that a lot.
I work for that.
Like I remember back when we were doing skits and we had like 150 subscribers, right? And we had like 5 months, and we've talked about this a couple times, but we had 5 months where we didn't get a single subscriber. So we were getting like 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 views. Like a video, and like for 5 months straight, 99% of people would quit in that 5 months because they're like, okay, I'm not getting any return back. Like nothing is changing. I know when to quit when I'm ahead. I'm gonna quit now. But like when you truly have a passion about something, none of that outside noise matters. And that's where this is coming in, is it's saying like, hey, like, if you truly are passionate about something and you're willing to put in the hard work and go through all the pain that comes with it, go through all like the bad sides to it, like the downsides to doing what you want, because being a creative person is one of the hardest people to be in this world, because this world does not favor creative people.
There's a couple, but there's not a lot of shortcuts you can take, right? You can make a funny TikTok and like be famous in like 20 minutes, but like for real like content, for real like creative, like
hardworking content creators,
it is so hard, and it's like you don't just stumble upon it. We had to do like hours and hours of brain searching. But sorry, we're on another TED Talk. This song really relates to us, which is what we're trying to say.
Exactly.
And it should relate to you guys, right? If you were passionate about something, put your blood.
If you want, like, I'll say one more thing. If you are thinking about doing a YouTube channel, if you were thinking about anything creative side, like, just do it. And the number one advice that we can give you for people that have been through it and are currently still on our way to like achieving that success that we want with our YouTube channel. We've achieved great success so far, in my totally unbiased opinion. Just do it and do not give up, no matter what, because it will come. Mr. Beast had like 5-6 years on YouTube before he gained any sort of success. Like before he hit like his first 1,000 subscribers. I think it was like 5 years or something like that. So, and now he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world, if not the biggest. So if he can do it, you can do it. Very cliche, but it's true. Just the hard work pays off as long as you never give up.
Not branded.
Not branded. Let's go.
어차피 거부할 수조차 없어 더는 도망갈 수조차 없어 He too was a tempter. He too was a link to the second. The evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
This is some Dracula shit.
Real quick, that gave me mad Black Swan vibes, mad Lucifer vibes if you've seen the Netflix show, and like Fallen Angel like type of thing.
I've never been so enthralled by silence before.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like, that told so much, and I'm not even like cognizant of everything it told.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, I want to know what it means. If there's a DK TV video, let us know down below. We'll react to it, definitely, because this one has so much in it that I want to know everything about it. So please, guys, fill us in, as you guys will do, I'm sure, because you guys are awesome. But like, that, like, it's so interesting because I really want to know what it means, but I'm not sure. And I could go on a long, like, talk about that again, but I know this video is already getting long without even checking the time on it, just because we've already went on our TED Talk. But, I mean, like, you know, if we're looking at it, like, if you guys know Lucifer, then you know what we're talking about. If you don't, I highly recommend watching it on Netflix. Amazing show. It has, like, that Lucifer vibe, right? With, like, the black wings and then, like, like having them cut off and then having, like, the thing. And, you know, Lucifer being, like, a fallen angel and everything like that. So, like, there's, like, kind of, like, that going on. But then also, like, Black Swan, they had the same black wings in Black Swan. That,
I got the same exact vibe from,
Yeah, so there's, like, so much going on. I just can't put my finger on what exactly it is. I just have theories.
My theory would be that's, like, the revitalization of his passion to continue forwards. And, like, he cut off his wings, which was, like, kind of him giving up. And then he sees himself in the statue, right? He sees his wings. And, like, you know, like, obviously the fallen side of him is, like, down, encompassed by darkness, like, playing the sad organ.
Another reason why the wings would be black.
Yeah. And then he's like, no, you're beautiful. And then he walked up to it and gave, like, an expression of love, like the kiss, right? And just, like, that self-love, and that kind of, like, brought him back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I definitely like that because, I mean, like, it's still following, like, the same motif that we've had throughout the song. And I think that, like, when they first showed the statue and it had, like, the black wings, it's, like, a perfect representation, like, kind of having, like, that fallen angel vibe of, like, what's going on with, like, you have to take the good with the bad kind of motif that's going on here. So it's, like, you know, it's like an angel, but it's a fallen angel. Yeah. It's, like, you know, it's, like, this white statue and stuff, which those type of statues are normally white anyway, but still, like, this, like, pure white statue, and then you have, like, the black wings coming off of it, like, that contrast, that yin and yang type contrast and stuff. So very, very crazy. Very cool.
It's also just a really, like, that's cool. But, like, you can't, like, when you're at the bottom, the only place you can go is up, right? So it gives him his wings back to climb up.
It almost looks like it was, like, in a crouched position to, like, accept him and then burst through the ceiling.
I feel it, yeah.
Yeah,
and, like,
so I think that's really cool.
I think, like, the idea of self-love to regenerate and to recuperate, to then push forwards and go up, I think that's a really good message.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's finish this out.
Oh, that's beautifully done. Mm-hmm. Like cracked porcelain.
Yeah, and like the statue started to crack. And I think also a small detail right there was the when it started to crack, there was like colors leaking out, and I think that like multiple colors are like rainbow colors, like having all these different like color effects. I think that's like a common motif that's used to just like represent like creativeness or art in general.
Yeah.
So it was almost like the creative side like breaking through, like coming back to the surface and like basically like refinding that creative spark within you is how I took that.
And like with the porcelain, right? Like you think of like porcelain dolls, you think of like perfect, smooth and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that like as BTS, right, they have to project this idea of perfectness. Like they have to be like,
there's like definitely, I would say, I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah, there's definitely like almost like requirements or expectations when you're famous like that to like present yourself in that way. Yeah. And BTS constantly fights against it, but still.
Because they have that goofier side, they have that crackhead energy, as they stated, right? And so like for them to be like to look perfect, and then that like their like creativity and their passion leaking through
who they truly are,
breaking out of it, it's like that's nice. That's a really beautiful idea,
and a great message too. You know, it doesn't matter like what standard other people hold you to. Yeah. It only matters what standard you hold yourself to.
Yeah,
and being true to yourself.
Society's really weird about that. Like we like some things, but we don't like other things, and it's like come on, you just got to be accepting of the people around you.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. 100%.
No reason to hate somebody for being different. That's
exactly. And I think that also goes along with something that like I want to say that I touch on is that I like to touch on. Pause. Is I think like fan wars and stuff, right? Because like I've never been someone who's been like so like into one thing that I hate the other thing. Like I'm not like, oh, I love Coke so much so I won't drink Pepsi, or oh, I like Nike so much I won't wear Adidas, or oh, I like BTS so much I won't listen to Blackpink. Type of thing. Sure. And like I'm not here to call anyone out, but
Shiesty, maybe on Twitter.
Exactly. But I think that it's more of like I think we should learn to be more accepting and be more open-minded to things that even if they're like opposing. You know what I mean? Like for like let's say Blackpink for an example, because I think it's the most relevant like example to hear is like if you're a super hardcore BTS fan. 100% nothing wrong with that, right? If you don't like Blackpink because you don't like Blackpink, you don't like their music or anything like that, 100% nothing wrong with that, right? We're all entitled to our own opinions. Yes. But like, if your only reason for not liking another artist or another thing is simply because it's in the same like competing, I guess, like thing as the one you like, to me, that's like not a good reason. Like, oh, you don't like them simply because like. It's like rap, right? Like, oh, I like J. Cole, so I don't like any other lyrical rappers because they compete with J. Cole. Like, no, that's
Kendrick.
Stupid. Yeah, exactly. Like to me, like that's just dumb. So I'm not calling you stupid for doing it. I'm just saying that like you should be more open-minded and be like, you know what? Even if it's different, even if it's not BTS, even if it's like something slightly different but still competing, still in that kind of like Korean music culture genre, give it a chance is all I'm saying.
And I think that's what's cool about like the American side of the audience for BTS is like you guys were accepting, you were open, and you guys learned about BTS. Sorry guys, we had a slight interruption, so I lost my train of thought. We're gonna wrap up the video here. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for supporting our videos. Thanks for coming back every single time. We really do appreciate it. And the message of this video is spread positivity, spread love, right? Don't hate other people.
Which is what we're all about on this channel. So just remember that. Just spread love, spread positivity. I would say don't unjustifiably hit on things.
Yeah. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, if you don't like something or you're going to dislike something, have a good reason for it. Yeah. There's just too much like needless hate out there that like you just hate something because like you were told to or like it's different or something. And I think that like this is a good time to like just like reiterate like, hey, like you don't need to be
spread love.
Yeah. Be more open-minded, be better than that. We can be better than that, and we have such an amazing community, and like you guys are amazing. So like you guys want to
every day we're growing. So welcome people in with new positivity.
Yeah, exactly. We're all about spreading love, positivity on this channel. Yep. And with that, we will see you in the next video.
Wanna come up, your man better step up. Matter of fact, bed just watch from my checkup. Matter of fact, bed just stop in the flex up. Matter of fact, just know I'm finna blow up. Wait, hold up, is it too late? Just set the record straight.